What's up, everyone? This is D the Firefly, and today I want to talk about a subject that's near and dear to my heart: charitable giving. How to give back. People may think, oh, you make all these videos about money, huh? You probably just never want to give back to the community, huh? You just trying to be a millionaire, you trying to be rich or something. And that's not it at all. I've always believed that there's no point in having everything if you lose yourself along the way. And throughout my life, even when I've had nothing, I've always found a way to give back. When I was young, I remember me and my grandma used to go down to food banks at like 4 in the morning and just fill our van with food and go give it to the homeless and the elderly. Back in high school, I used to help manage a soup kitchen, and we go get food out to people. And if I never had money to give back, I always made sure that I could give my time. Today, I just wanted to talk about charities, how to give responsibly, how to make sure that what you give, be it money, canned foods, etc., is actually going to get to the right people. And yeah, just keeping that in mind. Everything you do comes with an opportunity cost. If you're giving in one place, that's money that you can't give to another. I like to keep an abundance mindset. There's always more ways to make money, but in the personal day-to-days, you can't really cheat or magically add more money to your bank account. You gotta find a way to make it somehow. So, let's get right into it. For a lot of charities, particularly canned food drives, it can be tempting to give these organizations, canned food, dried food, boxed food that you don't want anymore in your kitchen. Blood donation drives. A lot of people tend to give blood in one fell swoop when they see tragedy and things like this. But at the end of the day, a lot of these charities need money. As someone who actually managed a soup kitchen for about 3 years, I can attest to the fact that a lot of the food you give to people expires or tends to go to waste, or in many cases, you've given food that you didn't want to eat, and people at the nonprofit aren't going to feel comfortable giving that away to the people they're trying to feed either. So one, it's important to make sure that you're getting actual decent food, or like talking with someone and seeing what they actually need, but also putting in the effort. As far as blood donations, this becomes a big issue too. Whenever we hear about a big tragedy in the media, a ton of people go to give blood all in one fell swoop. And that's real nice. It's a good sentiment, but a lot of the blood ends up going to waste because there's an expiration on it. It's a pileup. It's like when you have traffic. A lot of cars are trying to get one place at one time, and it can slow the process down. The best way to actually do this would be to get into the habit of giving blood regularly, regardless of whether or not there's a tragedy going on, to make sure that people can have access to blood transplants and things during all times throughout the year. But at the end of the day, a lot of these charities just need money, and that can make people feel uncomfortable. Think about it like this. I used to run a soup kitchen, so I can use this as an example. Yeah, you can give us all the cans in the world. Odds are you don't likely eat canned food every day at your home. You're probably eating fresh vegetables and fruits. And organizations need to be able to buy fresh vegetables and fruits to give to people as well. If you want to keep people healthy, if you want to actually have a positive impact. Similarly, you may worry, oh, well, I heard this nonprofit only gives 10% of my money to the actual organization, and they're keeping most of it. Or hey, maybe this one gives 30. How do I make sure that the actual monetary donation that I'm giving is getting to the right people? And for that, I've got another link for you. So let me set that up right now. So this is a website I like to use to check my charities, charitynavigator.org. It's a nonprofit that is dedicated to investigating other nonprofits and just seeing where the money goes. Here you got your top 10 list, most followed charities, most expanding charities, tips for donors, avoiding charity scams, ways to give, tips for giving in ways of crisis, and etc., etc. Definitely recommend checking them out, and I'll put the link down in the description. Did some research for this video, and these are just 3 charities that I know the name of. So let's start by checking out the Red Cross. So you see the American Red Cross here, helping to prevent and alleviate human suffering. They gave them a little 3 out of 4 star rating. Let's figure out why they did that. So if you look at the financial performance metrics of the Red Cross, they spent about 89.4% on expenses, 4% on their administrative, 6.4% on fundraising, liabilities to assets, 51%. And yeah, so it shows you a bunch of stats on them. Look, their visionary leader, Clara Barton, 1881. It's got financial score to a accountability and transparency score. It looks like they just landed outside of the top tier, so I guess that explains their 3 out of 4 stars. Shows you what percentage is going to their program, to their administrative, liabilities to assets, how well they're doing, a bunch of different metrics down here, and you can actually see their revenue, contributions, gifts, and grants, and see where your money's going when you're giving to the American Red Cross. Pie charts are definitely helpful. So you got your contributions, gifts, and grants. They're relying 92% on basically your donation. These events help them out a little. So do, some campaigns and government grants, but mostly this nonprofit is staying in business, people who donate to it. And if we can look at another one, St. Jude. I know that always comes up when I'm going to the movies. St. Jude Foundation, St. Jude Hospital, and then you'll see right here we have St. Jude Parish, St. Jude in the Nativity, St. Jude Missionary Baptist Church, St. Jude Tuition Fund Corporation, and it actually tells you where it's located, what type of organization this is, whether it's a charitable organization, religious organization, and our fund distribution. This one looks like a tuition fund or like a grant. So let's check out St. Jude Parish. Not rated, so that's cool. And again, it's going to tell you all this information, employee identification number, etc., etc. For this particular organization, they have something called a 990 return, which means they're not required to file taxes in this case because they happen to be a church, a religious organization. Another organization that I know of is the Ronald McDonald Foundation, housing those in need. So here we go, Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Capital Region Incorporated. Located in Albany, New York. Didn't know that about them. Potentially eligible for a rating, but they don't seem to be classified as a religious organization. So we'll see if they have any stats on them. Here you go down, you can see their asset amount, their income amount, their 990 revenue amount. So you can see this is how much they have, this is how much they kept in income, etc., etc., and just using the information you have on these charities to make decisions for yourself on where you want to give. Now, nothing's ever perfect, as you can even see with charitynavigator.org. I mean, they don't have everything. Sometimes you don't know whether your money's going to the right place, and it can be scary. And you can't really control everything. So I don't want to denounce giving or say, oh, maybe it's better not to give until you've actually learned about where your money's going. I just wanted to show a resource that could actually help you with the process and actually show you how to do your research before you give to an organization. If you're part of a local church, mosque, synagogue, and you know what they're doing is good for the community, keep giving. I'm just wanted to share another resource out there that could help you along with your financial giving journey and just emphasize the importance of always giving back. So I hope you like this video. If you do, feel free to subscribe, like the video if you liked it, and leave comments down below for what you'd like to see in the future. So thanks for your support, and see y'all next week.